very well. He's done several speeches. In fact, this is his 9th speech already. Very informative, very lively, and very fun to listen to. And I've enjoyed learning from each one he's had. It's such a variety of different ones, especially the little foot one you did, about the shoes, and the different things. It's been awesome to listen to. So Solomon, come on up. Let's welcome Solomon.
Thank you, sir. I'm addicted to this juice. It's good stuff. This juice gives me life. Now, you know, food is very, food, juice, drinks, and just, it's a big part of our culture, my culture, Afghan culture. And one of the ways that when I was at home, when I was really young, my mom and dad, they would show me how they love me by making these dishes we call palau. And they had this brown rice with rice and raisins, so my mom would be like, oh, you know, here, I made this for you, please, you know, eat, I love you. And then my job as a son was to finish the plate, or else I didn't love it. So I was really good at showing love. I would finish 1, 2, 3 plates. I was really good. But as you can see, I don't know if you ever had Afghan foods, but it's a lot of rice, and it's a lot of bread, and a combination of all this love going on. I began to slowly emerge as a love master. And it was very detrimental to my health, but I love my family, so I had to keep eating. And I love my culture, and my mom loved me, and this was the process, and we're going downhill. But through this, you know, if you could imagine and picture me, if you believe it, senior year in high school, I was about, with all this love going on, 240 pounds. Ooh. That's right here almost, right? Yeah. But now coming when I was, I got my act together, I started working out. Senior year in college, graduating on the wrestling team, I was able to trim back down. I had to suck my in a little bit because I'm not that slim now, but 157 pounds. So that, I got to get in shape and do this. As I was doing that, and I started, you know, I'm working in shape, graduated, started working, and I did really well. And, you know, I'm feeling pretty good because we think, you know, what do we think about health? We think health equates to, you know, having a lean body, having a six-pack, and that's healthy. Well, I was living that. And, you know, I've never shared what I'm going to share with you with anyone else. This is the first time I'm sharing it publicly, but even though I was in shape, and my dad doesn't even know, this is news to maybe even my mom. You know, I'm in shape, I'm doing well. But you know how when women are alone, and they're in showers, they check just in case, especially with the popular news that cancer is so common, just like Steve Jobs today, and which is very sad. You know, one of the great innovators just passed away, but we're always concerned about cancer in our lives, and we're always checking to see if there's any kind of, you know, breast cancer, some lumps. Well, this is personal, and it's a little new to even share it, but I had a lump down there. And this was very scary for me. Not just to share, but imagine me living that. If you could get to that feeling of how you would feel if you were just suddenly in the thought process, wistfully contemplating if you had cancer. And that's how I felt. And you may not even have known this. But I didn't want to share it with my parents because I didn't know if I had it. It was just a lump. I just want to deal with it, and what if it wasn't? I'm going to stress everyone out, and I didn't want to go through that. So I just did what I had to do. I kept it on under. I went to the hospital, and that was a whole different ordeal. And what I tried to do was actually just get the whole thing over with, got an appointment, and I guess they call it the chief urologist or oncologist, something just, and as he was doing this, you know, I had no other choice. I don't know what to do. I have to go to the experts. I went and I sat in the office, and this was in Highland because I had no insurance. So you have to go in Highland, Oakland there. And I'm sitting there in the office, wistfully thinking of, you know, what's going to happen next, and I hope there's, you know, I hope it's not what it is. And the doctor comes in and goes, you know, oh, you know, it's not cancer. Whew, right? I'm going, oh my God. But it's what it is. It's a malignant cyst, and okay, whatever that means. And in Highland, they're always training people. They're always training people. And what they're doing is, so he's telling me what I have, and he's also trying to teach the trainer. And he goes, it's nothing to be concerned about. It might go away. It's too early to say if it's anything serious. So just, and then they start walking away and they go to this other room, and they're gone. And I'm here with my little gown, you know, just, oh my God, again. So I'm curious. I'm a nosy guy. I want to know what they're talking about. So as they went to the other room, I followed them. And I'm just listening, and I have this gown, so I feel really cold. And I'm listening to him, and I'm just like, it's just a cyst, and we don't know if it's going to be dangerous. And, you know, we could give him surgery. Remember, I don't have insurance. We could give him surgery, but he doesn't have insurance, and it's going to cost money. So and it's also very risky. So let's just see if we can surgery him. So I hear him coming back. I come back in here, and of course, just like that, they go, instead of saying that I don't have insurance, they go, it's very risky. So we advise you not to have the surgery, and why would you want to take that risk, especially when we don't know what's going to happen? So I heard both these conversations, and if anyone was in my situation, you start losing respect for the doctors, and you're going, this is a business. The doctor, the hospital, everybody. But it's not their fault, that's the business they're in. I decide right then that I needed to do something about my own health. I needed to take charge. Started going on the internet, thank God for the internet. I started learning about fruits and vegetables, and natural cures is what I was looking for. And I realized natural cures aren't dragonfly wings from New Zealand and spider legs from Africa. It's just fruits and vegetables. These are natural cures. Drink some lemon juice and all this. And as I start doing that, I just start doing these natural cures, and I feel better. And I realize, what if I just start eating like this? What if I just start, instead of only when I'm sick, if I just start eating natural cures? 80% of my diet was just fruits and vegetables, and my energy started going up and up and up, and I felt great. And I'm going, oh my God. Then I read somewhere, and it was the one, now I'm taking health in my own hands, that, did you know that our fruits and vegetables are not the same as they were 50 years ago? So you have one apple today is not even equivalent to the apple before. So you have 7 apples today that would be the same thing as 7 apples before. I mean, I can't eat 7. I mean, I probably could if I really pushed myself out at once. But we have to eat 7 apples, 7 oranges to get the vitamins. And if you don't get the vitamins, you start getting weaker, right? So how do we get 7 apples in us? Interesting article came up. Juice. You can juice these apples. You can take the fiber out, and you can get the juice on the other side. Most of the nutrients are in the juice. So taking that advice, I just started juicing, and I felt amazing. To bring it all together, I keep my culture still close to me. I show love by offering food. So what I do is I bring juice to my family and my friends, and it has helped me to get rid of my flus and colds and issues. And so what I've done is, now I've taken our African culture, and instead of offering food that hurts you, I offer stuff that benefits us and cures us and heals us and heals us. Mr. Toastmaster.
Timer, we give us 2 minutes as we do our evaluations.